Welcome to the NAB AFL Fantasy Show. I'm Roy. I coach Destroy. This is Warnie.
Coach of the Warn Dogs.
This is Calvin.
Coach of Calvinator.
And right, we are in hardcore study time at the moment. The NAB Cup's on. NAB
Well, the
Challenge.
NAB Challenge, Roy.
Yeah, well, I said that. I corrected myself. The NAB Challenge is on. So what are you boys actually looking for?
I'm a little bit annoyed with this oinking that's happening over my shoulder because we have, look, we'll talk to him later on, the Great Dane Swanee. Go away, Swanee. Anyway, look, I'll tell you what, there's massive games happening at the moment and we're looking at bargains. We're trying to find the next big thing, other than Dane Swan himself.
Well, yeah, we can't get too excited because the
Well,
squads
too late,
are a bit bigger.
Dom. Too late.
Oh, well, we can get excited about Swanee, but squads are a bit bigger, Calvin. So just because this guy scored well and got these points doesn't mean he's going to play around.
No,
So you've got to watch out for those roles, I suppose.
Yeah, what I'm looking for is the role changes, the people that are, you know, labelled a backman that are pushing up on a wing and things like that. That's where my eyes are. And I tell you what, my list of players at the moment, my watch list is growing something chronic.
Well, I've got about 40 on mine.
40, is that all?
I've got about 440.
Well,
You've got 40 players and you have players like Jack Grimes on it. No wonder he's so hopeless every year.
Calvin.
We're here with AFL Fantasy Royalty. We've got Swanee with us and Maxy's rocked up as well. So welcome to the show, boys. Thanks for coming. Now, we really want to get the lowdown, fellas, on what's happening at the Pies. They're always a prominent team, fantasy-wise. Maxy, who have you got your eye on at the moment?
Probably Beam, I reckon. Obviously coming back off that quad last year, we know he's elite. We know he won the best appearance 2 years ago, and I think at his price, I think everyone's got to have him.
So you see him returning to that 115 average?
I reckon he'd be better.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, this shit doesn't feel right unless Swanee's actually holding a pig. How are you travelling, mate? Are you going to rip out another wicked year for us?
I certainly hope so, mate. You know, I'm pretty comfortable in my pig pen, so
Yeah.
I certainly hope I can keep going and produce some piggish-like scores.
So how's, say, like Alex Fasolo, how's he travelling for you?
Yeah, he's going right. I wouldn't say he's pig category. Yeah,
No, definitely not pig
he might
category.
be a guinea pig or something.
Yeah,
He's a guinea pig.
But Faz is going well. Obviously, our forwards, you know, we've got a lot of competition down there with some guys like Jamie and stuff who have stepped up. But you know, Faz can get himself into the side and get fit. You know, I think he can produce some pretty big scores.
Yeah, cool.
Now, personally, you're coming back from the wrist injury. How are you feeling about that? You ready to go or what?
Yeah, mate. I'll play the last couple of NAB Cup games and get myself right. Obviously, I missed the first one, but pretty much good to go now. So wrist is practically 100%.
Yeah,
so
sweet.
just been doing a lot of running in the off season, which isn't great.
No.
But it's the only thing I could do before Christmas.
Yeah,
so,
right, nice.
You know, I got the miles in my legs, but now it's just all about getting the pill.
Yeah, nice.
Now, you boys are big fantasy fans, and I believe you guys have an elite league together. So how's that going? And Maxy, if you had pick one, would it be this man or would it be someone else?
Well, last year I picked three. So I had Brett McCaffrey pick one, took Ablett. I spent 2 weeks, we did our, obviously who was going to have the draft lineup. And then I spent 2 weeks working on steel side bottom, trying to push him towards Buddy.
Right.
So I managed to do that. He took Buddy, and I got Swanee at 3. So
I took Maxi at 7. 100.
Now, interchange cap's been brought in. Now, people are a bit worried about you with that you might sit forward for, you know, large chunks of the game. How do you see your role this year?
Yeah, I think we averaged about 132 rotations last year.
Yep.
The cap's 120 this year.
Oh, right.
So I don't think it's going to matter. It's going to be a huge move. Maybe might affect the backs or the forwards. They might get one less rotation a game, which which equals out to 120. So I think, you know, as far as the mids, I think we'll try and rotate pretty much the same as we have been. But in saying that, we certainly will spend a little bit more time forward. Hopefully, it means a little bit more time on the ground. So
Yeah, right.
you know, hopefully, you know, me, Pendles, Beamsy, Boy can kick a couple more goals.
Yeah, right.
This
Well,
year.
pigs like sausage rolls.
They do.
Absolutely.
Mate,
They do.
out, yeah.
Tell us a bit about Clinton Young. How's he going, and what sort of role will he have with you guys this year?
Yeah, Youngie's going alright. He copped a whack in the mouth, so got a couple of braces on at the moment because he copped one against Geelong. So he's not looking great, but his body's pretty good, and I think he can be a pretty important player for us. He obviously breaks lines and kicks the ball a lot, which is gets higher points than handball.
Here we go.
obviously.
That's what we want to hear.
He doesn't know how to handball, so
Perfect.
Kicks it a lot.
Awesome. Can we see anyone else then from the Pies that we think, Maxy, that we might be able to get some more points from this year that might increase a bit, do you think?
I think obviously getting Taylor Adams across, we brought him across to play in the midfield, to play that high half forward role, so we think that Tay could be someone who goes right up there and he plays really well. And I think the other one's probably Ben Reid. I think he's back. He had a full the best pre-season I've seen him had since he's been in the club. So I think he's a real chance to get back to that his All-Australian form he had a couple of years back.
Brilliant.
Now, Warnie, there's a bit of a new competition within the competition. It's the wooden spoon wager. Can you explain that?
Jump onto the Facebook page and you can go and basically bet against a mate to go and do something if you beat them in fantasy. So pretty much, I reckon I'll have a crack against Calvin. If I beat Calvin, I'm going to make you wash my car, mate.
I'm not going to wash your car.
And I'm going to make you do it in a bikini.
Oh, now we're talking. That's more like it.
In a bikini?
Yeah, why not? You've been working out a bit lately.
I have been in bikinis lately, so yes.
So jump onto the Facebook and you can go and bet against a mate, and that will make fantasy all that more fun when you beat your mate in that. But the best news is you can win 2 tickets to the grand final by entering.
Yeah, well, you take that. We'd just like to thank Maxy and Swanee, absolute fantasy royalty coming in.
Legends.
So we're lucky to have them on the show.
Well, one of them, fantasy royalty.
I recommend you adding some more players to your watch list because that's probably your biggest flaw, I'd say.